Hey,
Welcome, Justin.
how are you?
Good. I just wanted to say welcome to everybody. We're going live on Instagram. Probably should kind of trying to figure out this Instagram stuff. This is like next level. Um,
Yeah, I'm trying to join your Instagram live on my phone too, so I can
yeah,
keep a peek over at it.
and we're trying to assist Ross with his lack of technical acumen.
That's how it goes.
And he's behind me. That's why I closed the door, but I don't see that.
No.
Wait, maybe I haven't. Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Ross, put your. I can hear. Can you speak?
I'm eating.
Oh.
Having a little lunch.
Okay, when you're done eating,
I'm done.
turn on your video part on your phone. Oh, he just disconnected himself. Okay. Technical problems happening today, but here, let's see. Oh, there we go.
It only lets me connect the mic.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's a bummer.
I don't know. Is there like a?
Well, we hear you just fine, so
Oh,
I guess that's
Yeah,
enough.
Here, I can open the door. If you want to see me, I can open the door.
Yeah, you can. Oh, now we got a feedback.
Close the door.
Oh, where are you? Rags to Riches. I don't see you're using the wrong link. I think
You
I
gotta use
used.
the new link. Don't use the one from yesterday.
There we go. Adding him to the stage. Just can't hear you. I can see you though.
Here comes Nick. I'm gonna bag out for a little bit.
Okay. We got a customer that is driving up right now, and she just paid. Hello. You're still muted, Rich. I don't know.
Yeah, it shows your mic's muted.
Anyways, so just she's coming in and she has to have these samples, and she has to be here at 9. I'm like, well, can you come after 10? No, I have to come at 9. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Take a drive around the island for a minute and then come back.
Right? It's like, really, an hour it's Maui, right? But whatever. She's here.
When we visited there, we spent one day, we didn't have anything to do, so we just jumped in the rental car and drove everywhere we possibly could. Tried to go down every road that we possibly could just to look at everything.
Yeah, they're actually in Highly Miley. Mackay Glass is their company, and we actually did a pretty cool project with them. It was for Rolex, believe it or not.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. If I can bring it up on my phone, I'll show you. But it was they did a clock. These clock. I guess trophies is what it was, and we powder coated the base for them.
Oh,
so
okay.
They were beautiful, and I have yet to post. I need to post these because they do exceptional work. So shout out to Mackay Glass. Go follow him at Mackay Glass Maui. Okay, Rich is coming on. I think
Yep.
he's cleared up.
Okay.
Yep, there you are.
Man, what a crazy day.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Crazy.
So I just want to welcome everybody. Ross, phone. Got some feedback still happening. Just welcome everybody to the live and the chat, and just join us for the Custom Coder sign up. It's next week. I think at a little earlier time. We're doing noon, so it'll be pretty early here in the morning for us, but it'll be right at noon, lunchtime for all you guys. So please join us for the live. It is a paid format, and we're going to have 6 coders, 6 or 7 actually. I don't know how many now. join us in the for this live forum. And it's going to be a little bit more formal than just the casual chit chat we have here at the Powder Coater podcast. But I have posted in the comments there a link to join. And if you have any questions, just head on over there, chat with me here today, or just go over there and sign up. I think $10 is way, way, way worth the event cost because, Rich, we're going to talk about what we're giving away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good stuff. Got some great
And before we get started with that, I want to first of all ask you guys, and we've got it down here in the ticker, is go ahead and follow all these guys. These are some of the guys that are going to be joining us today, or for the live event, and we hope to continue this. I was just talking to Justin and about maybe kind of trying to do this on a more regular basis where it's just like pop in, show up, and this wrap. You know what I mean? Like behind the grind kind of thing. So I think we're going to call it Behind the Grind Fridays. We can talk about what was the subject of this week, of the podcast, what we talked about, or whatever the episode was about. We can answer questions. We can get feedback from you guys on what kind of content you guys want, or what questions, do basic Q&A and stuff. But getting back to this live forum that's happening next Friday, March 1st, 12 p.m. Eastern, we're raising funds for Black Label. And I want to give a shout to Victor, and I want everybody to kind of show him some love. And sadly lost his wife suddenly, and another family member all around the same time. And it is, I can't imagine what it's like to be him right now. It's not only are you dealing with, Jennifer, his wife, Jennifer Pate, was his partner in both work and in life. And I just can't imagine what he's going through. I know I've been checking in with him to make sure he's okay. He is, managing, doing the best that he can. So if everybody just give a shout out to him and just show him some love, give him a follow, give him a like.
Absolutely.
On his posts and stuff, because just the fact that he's out there doing it, I'm just, amazed. And I can't imagine, I kind of know a little bit about that because we, Ross's accident really kind of just, pulled a big, collar pullback here, of life when he was in the hospital. And then you're starting to think about all the things, what's going on, you're trying to grapple with what's happened and then how you're going to move on. So I can kind of, for anybody that works with their significant other or a family member, I can totally,
right.
It can be kind of volatile, right? So
yeah, I agree.
So that's pretty much what we're doing.
Yeah, I couldn't
Rich?
imagine, because I can't even do none of this office work without my wife. So
yeah, I mean, we do use a lot of.
You can't coat without me, so I don't know what would happen.
Yeah, and we've talked to other coders that have like their brothers or their wives, their girlfriends, whatever. I mean, they all, we all have to rely on those that we are near and dear when we're scaling our businesses and stuff. So, anyways, go ahead and give Black Label Coatings a follow. If you don't follow them, you should be, because he just does amazing posts, and he actually is given so much to the community himself. When I first started on Instagram, I found him and I was like, oh, I want to be like them,
Yeah, Vic. Well, it's funny because I picked him up from your show. Right. And then I saw all these awesome powders that he had. And I was like, oh, my God, look. And first powder I got was his Murderous Black. And I saved that. I still have a little bit. And in fact, a couple of weeks ago, I did a bicycle frame for a bike shop.
I saw it. I was talking to you about it.
And And I mean, it's out of this world, that black, right? And I had 100 different guys reach out. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? And of course, I tagged Vic. And unfortunately, with the pandemic and whatnot, they can't get
you can't get
special
it anymore,
sauce
right?
for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he had a whole line of custom powders, if you remember, and they were just beautiful. And I have his heavy silver flake, I have his candy red, and I have that murderous black. And I mean, I cherish those. It's only special projects that I break those out for, because awesome powders. But that's how I got to know Vic, buying it through his company and whatnot, and talking to him, in the past over the years. And so this is just, absolutely what we need to do, is the right thing to do to support him. He's been so good to our community, over the years, with his powders and with his instruction and his videos. And he's always one of those guys, first at the plate to help out. Somebody's got a problem and step up. So, I'm just glad we can put something together.
For sure.
Yeah, he definitely, I mean, he's just a game changer, right? Him and Roro were kind of some of the first few guys that I was paying attention to.
Right.
Can anybody, are you on Instagram, Justin? I can't.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. I was waiting on a chance to jump in there. I can't pull up your live.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Is my live is, I need to edit it. Hold on. I think it dropped out on me or something.
Yeah. What are you working on today, Rich? While she figures that out.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. I had a ton of lawn furniture dropped off. I had some custom table legs that fabricator dropped off. 3 sets of wheels dropped off for blasting. Aviation, aerospace parts for one of my aircraft builders.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Friday, right? It's supposed to be an easy day, but
easy day. No, it never works
drop
that
off,
way.
phone ringing. Oh my! Drop off customer parts here, pick up here. It is crazy day.
That's what I was telling Kim before we went live. It's been a crazy day here. I've had a bunch of running around to do today, and I've had 5 or 6 just random walk-ins, just people off the street passing by.
Yeah.
3 of my commercial clients just randomly showed up, and I wasn't here for none of this. The kid that was here that was moving things around and working for me was here messing with all that. And I was at the blast yard because I outsource a lot of my big blasting. I was out there picking up a trailer load of stuff. And I kept getting these phone calls. Everybody's coming in, wanting to drop stuff off, needing pricing, all kinds of stuff. Just been one of those days.
Crazy.
And then I had that lumber that I just pulled out the oven that I needed to drop off at like 10 this morning, but clearly with the way the day's been, it just came out the oven. So
we're experiencing an incredibly warm February here in Michigan. I mean, it's been 60 degrees here, right? So we've got everybody and their brother thinking spring, right? Bringing, I mean, the motorcycles are coming in, the Harley stuff's coming in already, which is good.
Everybody's ready to ride.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everybody's ready to roll, So, yeah, it's been just crazy this last week. It's like
you can see how the weather is here. I'm in shorts and T-shirt and tennis shoes.
Yeah,
so it's like 80 degrees here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's 35, 40 here in February. It's unheard of. I mean, that's T-shirt weather for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think we're live
on Instagram.
It says it on my screen. It says live, Kim.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing any comments. I don't know. Last week there was a comment stream that was coming up.
Right. That would pop up, and then also my Instagram alerted me when you went live last week, and that's how I was able to join it.
Yeah, so I think there's some issues this week with it, and I'm sorry for that. It's out of my control.
It's all good.
We do have Ross is this other blank screen here, and he's just working with a client right now. So, but I'm pretty sure we're live on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. So, this is, so just to kind of come back to Black Label, this is the impetus, the inspiration for us to, he's still inspiring us, I guess is what I mean to say, right? Because not only was he leading and helping people back then, he's also, been the impetus for this Custom Coder Live, because we actually have been talking about this, for a while. doing a live and kind of more, just creating more of a formal format for us to kind of have deeper conversations as a group rather than just individual interviews on the podcast. So here we go. Now we've got some people. True Grit, howdy. Thank you for joining us. We had some issues there.
Hey, Bill, check it out. What's that hat?
Nice
say?
Hat. Yeah.
Huh? My boy Bill sent it to me. I think he's up in, I want to say he's northern Colorado. And
Nice.
So he's in Roro's Patreon group. And, he's got a hell of a business going right now. And so been kind of reaching out and helping him a little bit here and there. And he's turning out some phenomenal work for just starting out, building quite a business up there. So he sent me a cap and said, hey, thanks, Rich, for the help and whatnot. I said, you don't need to send me nothing. I'm good. So this showed up in the mail about a week ago. And he said, hey, thanks a lot for all you do for me and helping me out. So shout out to Bill.
Awesome. Welcome, Bill. And, it's kind of funny, too, because as I've been, just connecting the dots and connecting people and everything like that, it's like, okay, I'll either know their first name or I'll know their company, but I can't,
Right.
So this new group that we kind of got started on Facebook has really helped me with that, right? Because a lot of these guys follow us and I'm still learning everybody's name and company and who they are all connected, right? So
for sure.
So let's let's talk about pretty much I just want to say here is that the forum is a paid format. So it's a pay-per-view. It's $10. I'm sure we can all cough that up for the 6 or 7 powder coaters that are going to join us with these deep dive topics that sort of like scratch at the underpinnings. Like if there's a question or like a thing that you've been struggling with, like there's something missing here, like there's something I'm not getting with my business. I'm hoping that these forums, these deep dive forums will hopefully answer that. It's only going to be available on a private link on YouTube. And so that's pretty much where you're going to be watching it unless you go to, I think StreamYard or something, or whatever the link is, but it's pretty much just going to be it's not going to be available to everyone everywhere like this live is. So I just wanted to kind of clarify what you get and where you'll be viewing it. So last week, Justin was struggling just to kind of catch up with what Justin was dealing with. He picked up that oil and gas
pump
thing. The pump. And you were like, oh God, this thing's full of oil. It's old. What am I doing with this? Do I take it apart? Why don't you give us an update on that?
Yeah, give me just 1 second. I'm trying to join this onto my Facebook as well.
Yeah, I think you can, Ashley.
I got it all figured out. I'm making the post. It's live up there right now.
Oh, that's cool. As long as I see you now. Yes, I see you.
So anyways, getting on to that.
This is going to be good for your clients too, because if they listen in, because you're going to kind of explain to them.
Mm-hmm. So to get to that, so those pumps, they come in quite often. Most of the time, like I said, when we were talking about it last week, 90% of them are blast only. They once they get blasted, and then they go back to the machine shop and get all the work done to them, whatever. And then they typically get painted. About 10% of them get powder coated. So that one in particular was actually supposed to be sent to the paint yard, not to me. But they got a new guy in there handling everything, dispatching where everything needs to go. And he actually sent it to me, which is no big deal. I called them and we talked about it. But they were adamant that they couldn't clean all that stuff out and that it doesn't come apart. Just coat it as is. It's fine. Problem with that, with a bunch of oil in it, I put that in the oven. We all know what's going to happen, right? It's going to seep out from everywhere it can, ruin the finish. It's going to be a nightmare. So I reached
the exact opposite of what powder coating is supposed to do.
Right. when you paint it, it's okay because obviously it's not seeing the heat, so it's not a big deal.
Right.
And then you can even break those threads off whenever you have to change out those fittings or anything like that. It's no big
Right.
deal. We all know if you powder coat some threads and something in there, it's not coming out, or it's going to be terrible to get out.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him again, and I was like, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is my questions. I think I need to take all this out. I need to get this oil out of here, all that." And the guy was like, again, I talked to the new guy, and he was like, "Hey, no, just leave it as is. Go ahead and do it." And I was like, "Hey, okay, that's what we're going to get," and that's what we discussed when we were all in our little group chat. And like I have a waiver like you were talking about already, so I was like, "Hey, y'all are just going to sign this waiver? It's no big deal." Anyways, I waited. I ended up waiting and not doing it over the weekend like we originally planned. I knew they needed it Monday, and they were supposed to put that pump back in service Monday. So I made a call on Saturday when I was doing it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till Monday, talk to them guys, and just double check. Call somebody higher up on the chain. And so Monday morning, I spoke to somebody higher up on the chain, and he goes, "No, man, take all that out, get that oil out of there, wash it if you need to. Do not coat it because you know what you're doing.
Right.
We trust what you're doing." So that's ended up what happened. So took it all apart, washed all that oil out of there, put it in the oven for a long time. It was in there for probably 3 or 4 hours, just kind of baking all the oil out and outgassing. Those pumps are old cast metal anyway, so they're porous and outgas the living crap out of them anyways.
Right.
So I let them sit in the oven all Monday morning, and then what was funny is I pulled them out. I guess I pulled them out about noon on Monday. It took them 6 hours to cool, to get below 150 degrees. It took forever. So finally at 5 o'clock. Finally 5 o'clock in the evening on Monday afternoon or Monday evening, we're getting everything masked off and sprayed the way it needed to be sprayed. So masked off all the threads, all the seal holes. As usual, I had to post. I have some pictures of it. I'll have to post those on the social medias.
Right.
I got to be discreet because I'm on NDAs with those guys, but be discreet about it. Bit of the masking process of it.
You're right. But
it all ended up working out in the end. Like I said, when I called the higher up, they're like, "Hey, we trust what you got to do. You came from that industry. All that stuff goes back together. Just take it apart, get the oil out, do what you got to do. We want to make it right." 10-4.
Yeah,
of course.
And those guys are really good customers. I don't worry about payment or anything like that with them. So it was best just we missed the deadline by 1 day, but it was better to do that than ruin it completely.
Right.
Smart. Yeah. I had a job one time and same type of thing. It was a big construction company. They sent their guy over with these pipes and said, "Just coat them." I said, "Man, we got to get the black pipe, the dye off there." I said, "We got to blast these, at least because they want them orange." No, just coat right over it. I said, "You can't. It's going to bleed through." No, just coat right over them, threads and all. I said, "Buddy, you can't do that. We can't do that, right?" And no, you can. Okay. So I waited. He left. Called the boss. I said, "Hey, we can't. We gotta blast that stuff off, or at least strip it with lactic acid, get the coating off there at a minimum, right?" And he said, "Yeah, same thing." So sometimes it's you can't necessarily take at face value what these guys,
When the guys that are dropping off or making the phone calls and things like that, their job is get it in, get it out, get it done. And they answer to their customers and their boss, so they're just hey, whatever we got to do, get it done. It's like these manifolds that I have that are going to take forever in the oven. It's the same thing there. I know what service they're going into, and they're like, "No, we don't want any primer or anything. Just throw some black on it. No blast, nothing. Just throw some black on it." I was like, "No, that's not how that's going to go. If I just throw black on it, they're going to rust within 6 months. It's not going to work out." Especially if I don't blast them. So they're going to get blasted and masked properly. We're going to throw a primer on there, zinc-rich epoxy primer on there, and then the black. So it just sometimes you got to take whatever the guy dropping off says and then call the higher-ups later on and explain it a little bit better.
Yeah. I've learned my lessons over the years. I wait.
Yeah. Wait till you get somebody with some substance on the phone.
Kind of like when you have a disagreement with your wife, before you craft that idea, Why don't you wait and think about it, okay? For maybe an hour at least.
At
Maybe
least
24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I tell my wife every time she gets mad. I'm like, all right, babe, that's it. All right, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
That usually makes her even more mad, but it saves me right then. I don't like
Yeah.
sleeping on the couch.
Right. So, anyways, Kim, getting back to where we're at and whatnot for next week. I talked to those vendors, as you know, that information I shared with you, which is really pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we've been working hard at it, Rich, and it's not easy because they're not used to what we're trying to do. They're trying to understand what we're doing and then get back and forth and stuff like that. So let's, I hope everybody that's kind of joining in, I'm sorry, we got a little crazy with I guess for whatever reason, the Instagram feed didn't go live when it was supposed to go live. So hopefully we're live now. Everybody can join us. If you're on Facebook, YouTube as well. We can go over who is donating. Now, the giveaways we're going to give away today are tickets. We're going to give away 5 free tickets or however many people are joining us and stuff. This will be towards the end of the show today, but let's go over who's, so this is the first one here. Benco has been a huge supporter of the show just in general. And they are donating an incredible donation. It's 30 gallons of support. That is enough to get you started.
Yeah.
And
it's enough to change your world for sure.
Enough to get you started. Yeah. I mean, because now there are some not caveats, but there are some things you need to know. If you do win this prize, you do need to pay for shipping. Right. But that far outweighs the cost. It's not going to be as much as the buying stripper. And then you probably, if you don't have one of those, what do they call those yellow tanks? The HPV?
Overpack drums.
Overpack drums. I can never remember that. But yeah, you're going to need that too to get going. And I think those are like $100.
Yeah, they're around $100. You can get them from Eagle Pack online. And about $100.
Eagle Pack, Granger. Yeah, that's where we got ours. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of let you know that is worth $850.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
And thank you, Valerie. I just wanted to kind of share, that they actually rebranded their website. So head on over to bencosales.com because they have this is a new logo and they've really got a nice, clean, easy to use site now. It's much different. It was
kind of cumbersome. Yeah.
It was too much stuff, or I don't know. And so it's a much cleaner site, at least more updated and modern. So give her some feedback there. And then why don't you talk about this one here, Rich, because you talked to Monty this morning.
Yeah. Our good friend Monty McClung at First and Finishing, aftermarket spray parts, Gimas, whatnot. I think he's got another couple brands also that he's now servicing also. But Monty and I go back a long way, and I bought my first gun from him. I bought my second gun from him. And his customer service is just phenomenal. And, one of the best in the business. Called in, seemed like, day or night, didn't matter. He could get you an answer or help you out or get you a part or whatnot. Yeah. But I reached out to him a couple weeks ago when we started doing this. Said, Monty, I'm coming with hat in hand. Is there something you can do for us? Here's what we're trying to do. We want to have some good roundtable feedback, and then we also want to give some donation and try to raise some money to help Victor in what's trauma he's going through and what's occurred in his life. So Monty was like, absolutely, no questions asked, whatnot. We talked a little bit between here and there, and I explained a little bit more about what was going on. So he is confirmed with me. He's going to do 2 gift certificates for $250 a piece
That's
through
amazing.
finishing. And you'll be able to, the winner of that will contact me. And when they get the prize, they'll contact me. I will then forward their names to Monty. And then Monty will in turn put them on an account. They can call in. I was a winner on the Powder Coater podcast for $250 gift certificate. It's $250. So if they buy $250, then they've got to do the shipping, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they, are under or whatnot, then of course, they're gonna work with it. But I was really, really appreciative and whatnot. So that's very generous.
Yeah, it is.
To do that for us.
Ross, are you still there?
Yes.
Haven't we ordered from them before?
No, not from First and Finishing. We have not.
Okay. I've known about them, and I've tried to get Monty. He's such a busy guy. I mean,
He is
such a busy guy. So I know he wants to come on the show very much. And anyways, I'm happy to have him on anytime. So hopefully that's forthcoming.
Yeah.
I know he
I
did
told
say.
him. I said, this donation, we're gonna definitely, make sure that you got to make time so we can get you on. So he's like, yeah, absolutely,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Just those 2 right there, you're over $1,000 in donations. That's
Yeah. And we have, well,
I don't want to sign up for $10 myself, see if I can win some.
right.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
I did notice in the chat that Roro is chiming in and said, don't forget about me. I'm donating a course. So
Yes.
I forgot to add that. I'm going to add that to it as well. So
And that's in itself is invaluable. I know Rich has watched all the videos. I've watched a few of them, trying to find time, but just in the few that I've watched, it already changed a few things that I've thought about, like organizational tips and things like that. By the way, I went back to Harbor Freight today and got me my bin organizer for my plugs and stuff. So, shout out to Roro for that one.
Just to kind of plug Roro's Patreon a little bit. I was one of the guys behind the scenes for the last 2 years who was bugging him. When are you going to get this? When are you going to get this? When are you going to get this? So I was like, the day one he launched it, I was there, right? Mm-hmm. And I gotta say that it's worth, I think it's $20 Canadian is what the surcharge is, but it's like 16 for US, whatnot, with the exchange rate. And just the chat we have, the dialogue we have, and that other community, and then Roro there with his videos, and he puts out a video pretty much every week that's a general tips and a tricks video, and then of course he has his paid videos, which are not to take anything away from the other folks that have done YouTube videos and whatnot, but Roro's videos are some of the most professionally put together videos I'm telling you, you're ever going to see.
Very well thought out.
Yeah,
I mean,
the camera angles are amazing.
So just to elaborate on that, my wife knows nothing about powder coating other than she takes in the money, she logs in our receipts, our receivables, our payables, right? And she watched one of the videos with it one Saturday morning. I had one up. And she says, between that and the manuscript that he gives, I could do this project. After I could do this. I feel confident I could do this.
That's really, yeah.
Yeah, so that says a lot. It says a lot. So whether you're an old veteran or you're a brand new guy, I can't say enough good about Rose Patreon, what he's doing. And, it's a lot of fun. It's a great group of guys and something to learn every day. We share
the community in there is phenomenal as well. Like you said, aside from the videos, just getting in that group chat and seeing the manuscripts and things like that, that's invaluable in itself. A small, $16 to be able to see that. I mean, it takes time and money to put all that together as well as he has. And
and it's really, really, really professional, and it's not just a guy holding the camera saying, "Watch me do this." I mean, it's done the right way. It really is. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, he worked on that for a couple of years to even get launched.
He did.
So
he really did.
Again, Roro was another person I followed very early on Instagram that just really had outstanding stuff. And that was kind of early on when businesses were starting to kind of just get into Instagram and stuff.
I got to step away just for a second, Kim.
No worries. Yeah, because he's saying, Roro's saying he's doing the valve cover refinishing course. So thank you. We'll get the value on that next time. Next week, we'll have a value on that. So this is just amazing. And then I think if there's time, I don't even know like if there's going to be time to hand out swag and stuff. I know Rich has like, I got hats and stuff like that, but you know, we may not have enough time because we only have a 2-hour segment and we want to go deep into these subject matters.
Yeah.
So,
but we can always toss out random swag. You know, we don't necessarily have to set aside time for that. Just we can.
Yeah.
For me, I'm handing out hats and koozies and stuff too. You know, pick random people in the comments and send them out. Just that kind of thing.
You could do that. So moving on, let's. Who's next? It's Columbia Coatings, and I'll get them up. They have just come in at the last minute to really support. Brian, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you, Brian, because again, if I could think of one other person that has been so supportive of the industry, the custom coater bespoke industry, it is definitely Brian and his team over at Columbia Coatings. So I believe that from what I understand, they are handing out a couple of high-priced gift certificates. I don't want to speak about it right now because Rich is the one that is
setting that one all up.
Yeah, he's doing it, but basically, you know, they're going to set you up an account if you don't have one already, or they're just going to give, instead of just giving you like a code or anything like that, it's just going to be like in your account.
Credited to your account.
Like free money. So, so anyways, yeah, I don't know what the individual ones are. Do you know what the individual ones are with their gift certificates, the value?
From our, I'm sorry, I was just out. We're talking about from
Columbia.
Columbia.
Yeah. So what I suggested we do is kind of mix it around a little bit, and I think we're going to do $75 a piece. And I think Brian was doing three of those. I think there's three of those. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yep.
It's
and
coming together, guys.
And powder.
And that will be the same thing, Kim. We'll get the winner. They can reach out to me or to you or whatever. We'll send an email to Mr. Talley. He'll put it in their records. If they have an account, they'll have a credit in their account for the next time they order powder. If they don't have an account, they'll set them up with one and then send their powder out accordingly.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Shout out to Brian and his crew there at Columbia Coatings, because he was just wanting to bend over, backwards to help us and to support Victor. And, Brian and Victor go back quite a ways. And there's quite a relationship there and a history there. So he definitely was very, very supportive, very supportive.
Well, I hope so. Yeah. Because, those two do go way back, and, it would be nice to kind of get those two, together again. And who knows where it's going to go from here, guys. I mean, I am so pumped to just start this and start moving forward with it, to do it more regularly, or as regularly as humanly possible.
Yeah.
It won't always be a giveaway or whatever, but it's definitely going to be valuable content that people can walk away with. Go ahead, Rich.
I forgot the best gift of all. Who doesn't want a R2R Rags to Riches winter stocking cap? Come on.
Well, we talked about that while you stepped away, and like, well, will there even be time, right?
Right. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if mine has to be the consolation prize in the end, that's okay.
That's what I was saying. Maybe we'll just pick a few people from the comments and things like that are interacting pretty well, and then maybe toss them one or two, because
we're just gonna figure it out. Yeah. We're just going to figure it out as we go. We're kind of like what Rich was saying, we're shooting from the hip, right?
That's right. You're right.
But I love it that you guys are like, Justin, you were perfectly poised. So people were pulling, I was thinking, oh man, how cool, how smooth of a move was that? Just in your shop pulling out something while you're talking.
I mean, huh?
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
that. Huh? Right there,
Hey,
Oh,
man.
that's pretty nice, Rich.
We don't have any need for those in Texas, but those are
Maybe one day a year.
yeah, maybe one day a year.
Right.
Yeah, and I didn't really mean to. I just ain't got no room in my shop right now to move things around. I'm sitting on a rolling desk that I do all my work
Yeah.
on, and I just had to push that out of the way, and it just wound up in front of the oven so I can get that big rack out. That rack's 50 foot long, and I had about 12 foot of room to work with. So, but they got to see the bumper coming out. Now, that should be cool here in a minute, and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up and load it up, and that's actually for there's a Budweiser plant about 10 miles away from here, and it's the owner of the Budweiser plant's son. And they're kind of pissed off. They wanted that Monday. I didn't get it till Saturday, and they wanted it back Monday. I was like, yeah, there's absolutely no way that's going to happen, but I'll get it to you as soon as I can. So I don't typically do a whole lot of deliveries that way. That kind of stuff I make them pick up, but
Sometimes it's a hurry up and wait kind of thing for them.
Yeah.
You know, like they just have to say that because they want you to, you know.
well, I mean, hey, it's his son. I get it. His dad's obviously filthy rich, so he probably gets everything he ever wants anyways. But you know, we do the best we can, make it happen. As y'all know, those big ranch hand bumpers and stuff like that, they're not easy to blast. They take
Miserable.
yeah.
Miserable.
Shout out to whoever does their production line coating because they really hammer that stuff on there.
They do. They do. One of the guys that does quite a bit of work with ranch hand or knows more about them. He said they just send their defects to eBay and put them on eBay. They don't even try to strip them there. They just send them out as a reject and put them on eBay or an aftermarket place. They don't even try to blast their own powder off.
Yeah.
So that tells you how
Yeah, right there.
brutal
They don't even want to mess with it.
Right.
That I'm working on it actually isn't a ranch hand, but similar. I don't know exactly what brand it is.
Yeah.
I have to look on it. But
That's
still,
style.
either one of those, man, we get a bunch of bumpers. We probably do 5 or 6 bumpers a week in here on those, and blasting them it's terrible. That's why I was telling you the other day, I want to build me a blast tank that I could set these things down in, or not a blast tank, but a strip tank. I could set the things down in and save some time on them.
Yeah, that's the last one I did. I did that. Put it in the strip tank, and saved tremendous.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Well, hey, just a shout out that we got Coatings Lab just joined. We've got Jester Kill Powder Coating, N Keys Scott. I'm not saying that right. Sorry. Armored. Hello. Love your work. You guys do amazing work. 808 Life 2. Thank you for joining us. Hirola 78. Thanks for joining. If you guys are powder coaters, what kind of guns? I mean, just comment, put a comment in there. What kind of guns are you using? Or have you used in the past? Just drop us a little comment in the in the live Instagram and let us know. What's your favorite gun? What are you using now? What would you?
My favorite is Gema.
Yeah.
But I want to try some other ones. Only thing I've ever sprayed with was a old Wagner box gun. First thing I ever used was an Eastwood, and then I used a Wagner for a month or two that I was borrowing from somebody, and then I bought my Gema and never tried anything else. I really want to try Sam's Kremlin.
Yeah, a lot of people are switching to that one.
But you can't fix what's not broken, right? So
yeah,
I got my gun dialed in exactly how I like it, and
right.
I'd like to pick up another one that way, make switching from primers and stuff like that a little easier. But
that's what I do. I have a primer gun, my Gema 2B.
Mm-hmm.
That's my primer gun, and then my Pro is my base coat, clear coat, and my candies, and then whatnot. All my good colors. I do everything with that, with the Pro and whatnot. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Scott Coates here with his awesome tools. I mean,
and he's donating something too. We got to catch up with him.
That's why I wanted to. Scott said he was going to do a donation package also. So
let me write that down.
Scott's working on a new prototype. I don't know if y'all seen in that new group. He tagged me in it. working on a sandblasting light prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
You know,
Reach out to them
honestly,
later when I get
if we
there.
had to have the powder coating man of the year or gal of the year,
MVP. Yeah.
Scott Coates is
Hands down.
absolutely
What he's
the
done
man.
within the last year is phenomenal.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The guy has changed the game.
And I want you guys to all go watch that GEMA episode. I think it's 63. Because I put the GEMA guys, watched his video
Right.
and stuff. And I just, I felt that it was important to share that to them and to kind of get their feedback, which they gave some pretty good feedback.
Right.
So it's, if you want to know where their market placement is and what they're looking at, go watch that video because I highlight Scott's, because Scott was on a year ago with me when we were introducing this stuff. So, yeah.
That was,
It's a
I think
great
you had,
video.
was that Jason Swear and Blake
Swear.
Schneiderman?
And Blake,
Yeah,
two top-notch guys.
Yeah, I met Blaine at down at GEMA headquarters a couple years ago when he had just came over to GEMA. You're a really nice guy, super good guy and whatnot.
That guy has a way of describing things really well. Which
he
I also like.
he has an extensive background. He has a
Yeah, he
really,
does.
really extensive background.
Very professional and very happy person and stuff. And so is
Yeah, nice
Jason.
guy.
Jason is quite the leader over there. I think he just got a sales award and stuff like that. They're very hardworking. So we got a little quiet guy in the corner there, Ross.
Yes, I'm here.
What gun do you use, Ross?
Well, you know the answer to that. Well, because of our location and where we're at in the world, I decided with Wagner. I run a Sprint. It works really great for us. Now, as far as other guns I've used, I started with the East Coat, like our friend over there. The East Coat, that's what I saw. Yeah, the Eastwood, the $99 special. Oh my God! And actually, I did some pretty nice work with that thing. And then I went Brian Talley. I got to tag him because I went to him next after that, and I bought my first Wagner gun, my first real gun, before he got into the all his guns that he sells now. He was actually the Wagner rep there in Tennessee, and I bought I think it was, what's that, the CP4? I can't remember the name of that damn thing, but it was a great gun. But then I went to the Sprint after that, and haven't looked back. It's very user friendly and it's easy to get parts for, and that was my main consideration. But I have used other guns, and the Optitronic by GEMA is a beautiful gun. Like that one. And I gotta say my favorite so far that I've shot is the Norson Encore LT.
If you got $1 million.
The powder cloud on that gun is amazing. I especially if you're doing large architectural stuff and you really need a nice big cloud, that gun was amazing. But I think any of the guns that are out there right now are pretty good. And
I think that's a good point, Ross. And I did have this conversation with Jake Manger a couple weeks ago about talking about the comparisons of the GEMA and the Sames Kremlin and whatnot, and what you get and what you don't get. And I think it really comes down to, it's kind of the luxury car market, right? This guy is a Cadillac guy. This guy's a BMW guy. This guy's you can get them with every go faster and bell and whistle that you want. They're all top quality professional guns. It's just what's your preference? Can you get parts? Are you familiar with it? I've ran GEMAs since I went from Cool Coat, and that's all I know. But I have shot other guns. But I just like the GEMA. That's what I know. That's what I've learned on. I troubleshoot on them. That's what I know. But all, those other guns are all very, very, very good guns.
And so see, that's how I am too with the GEMA. Is just that's what I opened this shop up with. That's what we've grown this up with. And I'm comfortable with it. If something goes wrong, I know how to fix it. I just know all the ins and outs. But like one-to-one finishing, I don't know if any of you guys see him on Facebook all the time. Kevin, him and his guys, they just got a Sames Kremlin, and they've been spraying all kinds of big architectural pieces with that. And he says it's phenomenal. He'll choose that one any day of the week over it. Which got me curious. I really want to try one now.
Yeah. He's
Well, we got
he does some
coatings
great
lab.
work up there. He does some
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
got a facility up there. I want to go visit it. They the way they keep that place clean is
Oh, eat off the floor. Yep.
because they're running CNC tables and all kinds of stuff in there too. It's not just powder coating. I mean, it's a separate area in their shop, but man, just how immaculate that place stays on its own is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Not to mention the work that he puts out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us, Canes. Gabe, thank you. My Tiger rep couldn't do my job. He makes me look good. Couldn't do my job without Gabe. He's joined us on the live. It's his day off today. Yeah, Gabe just celebrating a 7-year anniversary over at Tiger right now. So
Hey, congratulations!
Congratulations, Gabe.
Yeah, you tell Gabe that I'm wearing his Tiger hat right now. So
he loves that Tiger hat. Yeah.
Hey, that's what we need to do is get some Tiger swag and toss that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to call my rep about that. I haven't called Wayne about it, but I'll give him a shout. He says.
Yeah, Gabe will just call me up out of the blue just to chat and talk about powder coating. I mean, that's what I don't think any other rep that I've had has done that.
Right.
He really does have a passion for the industry, more than just taking an order or whatever. Like, it just seems like, I've had a few reps, that's all they want to do, not really get to know you, especially, and it's harder because a lot of these guys will travel and come to your shop and stuff, and we don't have that availability. And so it's always nice to have that relationship over the phone or via text or whatever, Highland Powder, thanks for joining us. Retro powder coating, thanks. I have to follow you. I don't know if I am or not. And Farley, we love you. Oh, Farley works for Ameritone Maui, and we've been ordering paint from Farley from like when we were back in the day. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't want to date myself, but it was the early 2000s, if not the late 90s. So thanks, Farley. You must be getting ready to retire because you've been working there for a long time. So thanks for following us and being a fan. So just if anybody that's just joined us recently, what kind of guns are you shooting? What guns have you shot, or what do you love? Which gun do you love the most? So just pop that in the chat. We can continue to talk about that for just a few more minutes. We're going to hopefully end this in about 8 minutes, but we did have some kind of interesting startup issues, which is always good to train, that's kind of
always some kind of technical difficulty.
Is kind of like get ourselves used to all this live technical stuff. Somehow Ross will be on the live next week we'll get him all set up on the computer. So, and I want to do a shout out to Crosslink because this little box costs a lot of money for us because it's hazmat shipping.
Right.
But I'm telling you, if you got to go watch that episode I did with him. I think it was episode 20 or 21. Gabe, and I've done a couple of shows with him. They can get you any paint in like Tiger, matched to the sheen, to the finish.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's great.
I think they're in Houston, right, Kim? Is that correct?
They are.
Hey,
Dave is the general manager there, and I just love this company. They always save my ass in the sense that I can get a RAL touch-up, because sometimes when people are installing gates and railings, it kind of get scratched or whatever when they're installing, and they need touch-up. And this, I'm telling you, go check them out and just go on their website.
I've been there before. Yep. Yeah. And then also, what's nice about them is they will, let's say you're out of, it's a Tiger product or something, 50-pound box, and you're about to the end of it, but you only need maybe a couple pounds. They will sell you a couple pounds versus having to buy another 50-pound or 44-pound box of Tiger, or
All right, that's good.
Sure
That's
would.
good to hear. And you said they're in Houston,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he's in Houston.
I didn't know that. I've never messed with them or anything
Oh,
like that. And all I
you're
spray
gonna-
is Tiger powder here.
It's a game
And
changer.
I go through
Yeah.
so much safety yellow in a week's time. It's unreal. And so I'm always on the phone with Wayne or Stacy over at Tiger. Hey, ship me another box right now,
Yeah.
as soon as you can.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And I think Dan Fitzpatrick, right now, powder coating. I think he just did an interview with him last week. I think on his YouTube.
Really?
Had him back on there. So.
Yeah,
No, that's a different guy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's a powder coating guy.
Oh.
Gabe, this is a company. It used to be known as LVP, Low Volume Paints.
Yeah.
And then
You did
you can still go to their website. I don't know if they took it down yet, but they were kind of moving it over,
Okay.
everything over to crosslinkpaints.com, I think is what it's called. So that's a different guy. There's a few crosslink powder coaters.
Okay.
Yeah, LVP, Gabe says.
Well, I didn't know if that was the same guy or not, but I do know I've been to their website.
Yes,
Yeah.
that guy. He was on that podcast. I didn't get to watch it, but I saw a highlight of it and stuff. Yeah. And, not to keep talking about Tiger, but they do Axel Nobel, Exalta, PPG, all of the main powder. I think Sherwin-Williams. I'm not sure, but yeah. So
good information.
just they are a vital resource for powder coaters for sure. So head on over there. I'm not. I haven't actually asked Gabe. I should probably ask Gabe for a giveaway.
We build. My father owns a fencing business, and we share the building together. And so we powder coat all our panels and gates and stuff right here in house. And anytime the guys are going to install them, there's always scratches. There's always something. And most of the time it's gloss black. So you can get gloss black touch-up paint anywhere, but.
Sure.
So every now and then there's some off the wall colors that you don't really get, and then we do our best to try to match it. That's a good resource to have. I'm pretty excited about that one.
Yeah. So should we try out this giveaway tool? I'm just dying. Okay, so we're gonna give out. I don't know how many people are following, but let's just say, let's just do. I'm gonna share what you have to do, and I don't know if any. Let's just try it out. So I want everybody that's listening in the comments, put #powder. #powder. And let's see if I can put it here. Well, I don't want to put it, I can't say it because if I do, when you put in #powder, it's going to prompt giveaway tool that's in this thing there we go. True Grit.
Yep.
And let's see what's going on Instagram because I have to switch over. Anybody?
I gotta have a deeper conversation with old True Grit over there because I think he's the one that has that flame throwing gun, whatever that is.
Yep.
Yeah. I've had a lot of questions about that here locally because we do a lot of oil and gas stuff, and they always ask if we can do something mobile. So I've never reached out. I talked to the salesman a few times, but never saw anything until in live out there in the wild until he posted something like that the other day. So
I know it's expensive. I know he said it was, but his first job, it paid for itself. So
and that's kind of how it is. I'm right here in the oil and gas capital of the world. And that's we do a lot of that powder coating, like we talked about earlier. We did the pumps and all that stuff, and they always ask about something mobile. And I'll always say, hey, no, you got to bring it.
Know about that. Mm-hmm. I've asked those guys to come on the show, but I think I don't know. So if you just joined us, pop in the chat, powder, #powder, POWDER, and you'll be entered to win a giveaway. And we're giving away a free ticket to the forum next week.
I just saw somebody commenting on there, Alex Capetillo, shout out to him. He has nothing to do with powder coating, but he handles all my insurance. And
that's awesome.
That guy he saved us hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars last year when we switched to him. So shout out, Alex. I appreciate you joining in and checking us out.
Well, thanks for joining in. We're going to do a test on this giveaway tool. I haven't tried it yet. And, you know, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to put this these live shows together. It's not easy. And so this is kind of one of their tools that is included. And we'll see what we can do here. And I think I'll pop over, see if anybody, there might be some, Wayne and Stacy are awesome. Yeah. They make touch-up paint. No, is it on StreamYard through? Yes, it should be. All you have to do, Roro, is type in hashtag powder in the comments.
Who put Wayne and Stacy are awesome? They got to be local because those are my Tiger reps. Or
Yeah.
Wayne and Stacy handles all of the accounting stuff.
Yeah, Gabe said that. Yeah, Gabe
Yeah.
said that. So from
Gabe,
Tiger,
I'm going to be
so-
calling you. That's Gabe from Crosslink, right?
Yeah, no, Gabe from Tiger said
Gabe from
Wayne
Tiger,
and Stacy
okay.
are awesome. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, what? Oh, Gabe, you're awesome. He just posted that he's going to give away a 5-pound mini pack in our giveaway.
Hey, nice.
Perfect.
That's very sweet of you, Gabe. Thank you. And this is what the Custom Coder Forum is all about, right? It's just kind of coming together because we have customers, we have job shops, we have factories, we have products. We can all come together and have a group, have a discussion, talk about things, you know. I'm really excited to kind of get the lives going more often, and much to Ross's dismay.
Not to jump in or anything, but another shout out to Scott Coates because he's texting me right now with that sandblasting light that he's working on.
Oh, really?
So I'm not going to share it on here.
No. We want to do a reveal.
That thing is crazy. That's
yeah.
I'm gonna send him my money right now. Hey, come on, bring that.
I can't wait.
I can't make any
my credit
profits.
card.
Last 2 years, I've lost money in my business because it's all with the Scott.
Yeah, it's all with Scott.
Yeah. When
That video that he just sent me, that's gonna change my blasting cabinet world a lot. That's nice.
Great.
I can't wait till he releases that one.
I just
Yeah.
love, and here's the thing about Scott that's so amazing. It's just based on customer feedback, right?
Yeah.
He's listening to us, and
Yeah.
he's listening to us complain and all that stuff. And anyways, thank you. And he just has the right skill set. You know, that's what we talked about on the show last year. I don't even remember the numbers anymore, but just go look through the beginning of January 2023, and I had him on the show. And you know,
and it's great because Scott, being the coder that he is, you know, he sees a problem and then he's constantly working on the solution, right?
so
And
true.
that we all are dealing with. Or man, if I had something that would do this, if I just had, well, he's experiences that same thing, and then he goes back to the, you know, Dr. Einstein, I call him, because the guy's just a genius, and then he, you know, goes to work on
working. That's what he calls them.
and he solves the problem. He comes up with a tool or some type of instrument that's going to make our job easier as a custom powder coat, right?
And that's 95% of our job, anyways, is problem solving. And the Scott's over here putting out phenomenal work and a shop full of stuff every day, and then still having time to
and then
make
design. It's great.
Yeah, here at Retro Powder Coating on Instagram, he just said, Scott is a bad man, making custom coating great again. Wow, that is quite a headline. I love that. Powderworks just joined us. I just love I just complimented them on, it's like a studio shot of their rims that they do, Powderworks Inc. If you guys don't follow them, it's POWDERWORKSINC. Go follow them. My gosh, they are leaders in Instagram posts production. I mean, I'll just give you inspiration for your own Instagram pages and stuff. They are kind of robotic. Yeah. I mean, isn't that funny? You say that, Roro. Their powder, it's like they're their work is just flawless every time. So we do admire you. You are one of those people. And I'm going to have to go over to your page, Retro Powder Coating, and see what your game is like. That sounds good. Yeah, we all admire each other, right?
Did the giveaway work? Did it work?
Okay, Powderworks, Retro Powder Coating. Who else can we? Anybody else that's joined in? If you're still watching, please type in hashtag powder in the chat, and you should be entered when you do. And this is, we're kind of experimenting now. So we've got an Instagram live going, but we also have this giveaway tool. And and maybe I'll share my screen. I'll wait for Powderworks Inc. and Retro Powder Coating to put in hashtag powder.
Does it pick up like across Facebook and Instagram and all that?
Yeah, I've got it on Facebook and Instagram. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if they put if they're on Instagram and they put the hashtag in there, will they be entered to win? That's the question I have. And if Gabe is still watching, go ahead and put it in there, because it's just a free ticket to the show next week. So I would love for you to join, and it's just kind of testing out this tool.
We work out all the kinks before we get in the
yeah, Coatings Lab, David, thank you. Put that in and see what happens. I'm just gonna thank you, Powderworks. Yeah, we're just trying out this tool. It's no big deal. We're just giving away. Yeah, Powder Wars. We got to do that for sure.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, Powder Wars. Yeah.
I think the best way to do that is if we find a shop big enough where we can all attend, is have somebody go in and just spray, a couple sets of wheels black, and then hang them on a rack, and then everybody go in there and try to vacuum them off or something and see who does it the fastest.
Yeah.
I'm out on that one because I take hours to do it, but
I won't be showing up.
I'll be on the sidelines. I'll be a judge. How's
right?
that?
We are going to need judges, right? So
that's right.
When people ask me, do you do two-tone? I go, sure. It's just going to cost a lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's how I am too. It's going to cost a lot. Other shops that they specialize in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I have to pull the vacuum out, it's going to be $1,000 fee right there just to pull the vacuum out.
That's a fact.
Oh, Retro. Well, then we'll have to talk. They have a game plan, so somebody's thinking about it. So let's hook up and do this, because, that's kind of what this podcast is all about. It's creating this space, this platform for us to kind of go and execute some of the ideas that we have, right?
Right on.
And I really want to collaborate with you because, this has been going, we've been doing the podcast now for almost, I think, over 3 years, almost 4 years. It'll be in June.
Wow.
That's crazy. We took a hiatus a little bit last year just because, we had to, because it was 2023. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Retro, let's see. Hopefully try put hashtag. Thank you, Gabe. We're just trying this out, guys. It's no big deal. We're going to see if the tool works for Instagram live giveaways. So if Retro, waiting for your hashtag powder in there. I don't know if you did it yet, but so yeah, that's kind of what that's all we're here to do is, we want to help, just to get back to the forum on the 1st, we want to help Victor, who lost his wife, and another family member who's just trying to survive right now in his business. And I mean, it's been a trying time for him, and we all just owe a lot to Victor, every single one of us that got to know him over the years. And we certainly do appreciate what he has, and this is our way of giving back to him. So all the money that we make for the fees or for the ticket is going to be given to him so that he can help pivot his business and change up what he wants to do and stuff. So just trying to give back to the thing. Okay, so without ado, I'm going to present. I'm going to share my screen, and here's the giveaway tools. So I'm going to share. So can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Is it okay? Oh, it went like that. Okay, so cool. So now all I do is click this. I only have 2 entries, but that's fine. So it sounds like you have to be on the StreamYard tool in order for the giveaway to work. So I have to figure that out. I'll reach out to StreamYard because it looks like anybody that's listening on Instagram cannot participate in this.
Yeah, I shared this across my Facebook, so we're live on my Facebook too. And like I see a few of them on mine that are on there that it has.
Okay, so let me go here. Uh-oh, did I? Oh, I might have messed it up. Okay, there it went. Okay. So should we click the button and see it work? I mean, it's just going to flash a couple guys and then it'll, yeah.
Yeah, click it.
Are we ready? Okay. So apparently it's only on the StreamYard part, but.
I know it picked it up because Alex is on there and he's
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's cool.
It's cool to watch. Oh, True Grit won.
Hey.
Perfect. There you go.
Isn't that cool? That's a cool toy.
It worked.
You see, it did pull it off from Facebook because that pulled it off of my Facebook.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah. So we'll have to get someone to share their. So yeah, True Grit will be giving you a free ticket. I'll email you. It's a coupon code with a link. So thanks for attending and stuff.
And Kim, I want to make sure that we get all of our vendors that are graciously donating, that we get them free tickets, obviously.
Oh, yes. That's a great idea.
I think I sent one to Monty, but I want to get one to Mr. Talley at the Columbia Coatings for sure. And then
for sure.
They still need to sign up, but yeah,
right. You're right. They still got to sign up, of course, but we want to give them that free link. So,
yeah, that sounds
all
great.
right. I got to get out of here.
Guys. I know you're having a busy day. Everybody is. We're just getting started. Thanks, Justin.
All
right. We'll see y'all later.
We'll talk, guys. Got to run. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Great chatting. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right. We'll see y'all later.